Hey guys, welcome once again to another episode of SwillinGrog's Wonderful World of Beer. Today we'll be looking at this brew here, Icehouse, which is 5.5% alcohol by volume, and it's brewed and canned by the Plank Road Brewery, which is actually just the Miller Brewing Company, in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, in the United States of America. Now, I don't know an awful lot about Icehouse. You'd have to ask my fellow beer reviewer, Jay Terrio, about that. Yeah, he's quite the expert when it comes to the history of American beers. Anyway, I do know that it's been around for a good 22 years. And I'm finally getting to try it. Now, as you can see, it's a lovely 24-ounce can that's been chilling in the beer fridge for a few days now. Anyway, without further ado, I am going to crack this open, give it a nice crack here, and pour it out into this pint glass. Nice smoke there, too. Okay. Give it a good pour. Okay, I can definitely hear it fizzing there as I pour it. Hopefully the camera is picking that up. All right. Now, just move that into, okay, shot over there. Okay, so let's have a look at the appearance. Well, first thing I've got to say is it's quite effervescent. It's a very clear, light golden color. When I poured it, there was about 2 fingers of, fizzy white head. Yeah. Now, for the aroma. Okay. I'm not getting an awful lot in the aroma, but yeah, there's a faint smell of grain, a bit of yeast. But yeah, it's quite a subtle sort of aroma, but one that you'd expect of this style. Anyhow, we talked about the appearance and the aroma, which could only mean it's time for the most important part of the review, the taste test. So, cheers to you all. Oh wow, that really does hit the spot. Okay, well, up front, it's very malt forward, of course. You're getting some nice sort of sweetness there from, the grains. I do believe it's an adjunct lager, so picking up a bit of corn there in the taste, but, it does blend well with the barley malt, and there's, a little bit of bitterness there, just for balancing, but, it does balance out quite nicely. Okay, I must have another gulp. Okay. Well, it's tasting pretty darn good to me. In terms of its body, well, it's somewhere between light and medium. And yeah, it's certainly one that's going to be very drinkable and very sessionable too, although maybe not as sessionable as your regular lager, because it is a bit higher in the ABV range, being at 5.5%, but still, you could knock back a few of these cans on a hot summer's day when, it's definitely going to quench your thirst. Yeah. Okay, well, what would I say in terms of its price point? Well, I know that in the United States, it's very competitively priced. Here in Australia, well, it's, in all honesty, as rare as rocking horse shit. So I was most fortunate to get my hands on it. So I'm very glad, that I did get the opportunity to get a hold of it so I could review it for you all. But yeah, I mean, if you ever do encounter it, it's well worth picking up. So what would I give it in terms of a score out of 10? Well, I need to have another gulp. All right, well, all in all, it's a very crisp, refreshing beer. You know, there's nothing offensive about it flavor-wise. It certainly, you know, hits the spot. If, you know, that's, you know, just what you're looking for. You know, it's not, you know, a complex sort of a brew, but for what it is, it's quite good. So, I'd be more than willing to give it a solid 8.5 out of 10. So there you go, folks. 8.5 out of 10 for Icehouse. Okay, well, thank you once again for joining me for another episode of SwillinGrog's Wonderful World of Beer. Until next time, adios, amigos.